For nearly half a century, a lone spacecraft has journeyed through the cosmic void, carrying humanity's hopes, dreams, and a message to the stars. Launched in 1977, this tiny probe, no larger than a small car, has ventured farther than any human-made object, piercing the veil of our solar system and drifting into the uncharted depths of interstellar space. It has braved the unknown, sending back revelations about distant planets, the edge of the sun's influence, and the vast emptiness beyond. But now, something unthinkable has happened, something that has left scientists stunned, conspiracy theorists buzzing, and the world on edge. The spacecraft, Voyager 1, has just turned back, defying every expectation, challenging everything we thought we knew about the universe, and proving what everyone has ignored for decades. We are not alone in the cosmos, and something out there has noticed us. Picture this: a solitary machine, billions of miles from home, floating through the infinite darkness. Its mission was simple, yet profound: to explore, to observe, to report back. For decades, it has done exactly that, beaming faint signals across the vastness of space to Earth's listening stations. It passed Jupiter, revealing swirling storms and volcanic moons. It sailed by Saturn, capturing rings so delicate they seemed woven by cosmic hands. It crossed the heliopause, the boundary where the sun's influence fades, becoming the first human creation to enter interstellar space. Everyone assumed it would keep going, drifting forever into the void, a silent ambassador of humanity. But then, in late 2024, something changed. The Deep Space Network, a global array of antennas designed to track distant spacecraft, picked up something bizarre. Voyager 1's signals, once predictable and routine, were no longer what they seemed. The data was erratic, fragmented, as if the spacecraft was trying to scream something across the abyss. And then, the impossible happened. Voyager 1's trajectory shifted. It wasn't just drifting anymore, it was turning back. This wasn't supposed to happen. Space is vast, empty, governed by the unyielding laws of physics. At 15 billion miles from Earth, Voyager 1 is far beyond the gravitational pull of any known planet, star, or celestial body. Its path was set, its course unchangeable unless acted upon by an external force. Yet the data was undeniable. The spacecraft's trajectory had altered, as if something had reached out and tugged it, pulling it off its eternal journey into the void. Scientists scrambled to understand. Was this a malfunction? Voyager 1 is old, its systems powered by a decaying nuclear battery, its instruments barely functioning after nearly 5 decades. A glitch seemed like the logical explanation. But when engineers ran diagnostics, they found something chilling. Every system was operating normally. The thrusters hadn't fired, the computers hadn't rebooted, the spacecraft was functioning as designed, yet it was no longer following its predicted path. If it wasn't a malfunction, then what was happening? Had Voyager 1 encountered something out there, something massive, something powerful, something we couldn't see? The mystery deepened as scientists analyzed the signals. Buried within the faint radio waves, amidst the usual cosmic static, was something extraordinary, a pattern. These weren't random bursts of noise, like those from pulsars or distant quasars. These were structured, repeating sequences, almost mathematical in their precision. Some described them as rhythmic, like a heartbeat, pulsing through the void. Others went further, calling them coded, as if they carried intent. This was unprecedented. Cosmic phenomena don't produce signals like this. Radiation, stellar winds, even black holes, they all emit chaotic, natural patterns. But these signals, they were deliberate, organized, almost intelligent. The implications were staggering. Was Voyager 1 receiving a message? And if so, who or what was sending it? Had the spacecraft wandered into a region of space claimed by something else? Had its presence been detected, its signals intercepted? The questions piled up, each more unsettling than the last. As the world grappled with these revelations, another discovery sent shockwaves through the scientific community. Voyager 1's instruments, though ancient and fading, had detected something massive nearby. At first, this seemed impossible. The spacecraft had long since passed the Kuiper Belt, a region of icy bodies beyond Neptune. There were no known objects in its vicinity, no planets, no stars, no asteroids. Yet, the data was clear. Something with significant gravitational influence was close enough to affect Voyager 1's path. But here's where things get truly bizarre. This object was invisible. It emitted no light, no radiation, nothing detectable by traditional methods. Its presence was inferred only by its gravitational pull, like a ghost haunting the cosmic dark. Scientists were left with a handful of possibilities, each more mind-bending than the last. Could it be a rogue planet, a world without a star, wandering through the interstellar void? Could it be a primordial black hole, a relic from the universe's birth, too small to detect yet powerful enough to bend space itself? Or was it something else, something beyond our current understanding of physics, something that doesn't fit within the neat boxes of our scientific models? The plot thickened when Voyager 1 sent back a new batch of data in early 2025. Among the routine telemetry was a single, fleeting anomaly. A moment where the spacecraft's attitude control system had activated, slightly adjusting its orientation. This wasn't a scheduled maneuver. Voyager 1's thrusters are rarely used, and any activation requires a command from Earth. A command that was never sent. So why did it turn? Was it responding to something nearby? Something its sensors had detected but couldn't fully process? The idea was chilling. Had Voyager 1 sensed a presence, an entity or object so close that it triggered an automatic response? Or was something manipulating the spacecraft, nudging it, guiding it? The thought was almost too much to bear. For decades, Voyager 1 had been humanity's silent scout, a lonely traveler in the cosmic wilderness. Now it seemed that wilderness was no longer empty. As NASA raced to decode the signals and understand the trajectory shift, a new theory emerged, one so controversial it threatened to rewrite everything we know about the universe. What if Voyager 1 hadn't just stumbled upon an object, but something deliberately interacting with it? The repeating signals, the gravitational anomalies, the unexplained maneuver, all pointed to a possibility too shocking to ignore. Voyager 1 might have encountered an intelligent presence. The idea was both thrilling and terrifying. Could the spacecraft have crossed paths with an advanced civilization, one capable of detecting a tiny probe from a distant world? Or perhaps it had stumbled upon the remnants of an ancient intelligence, a beacon, a sentinel, or an automated system left behind by a long-extinct species. The implications were profound. If Voyager 1 had been noticed, what did that mean for humanity? Had it inadvertently announced our existence to something far beyond our comprehension? This brings us to one of Voyager 1's most iconic features, the Golden Record. Attached to the spacecraft is a gold-plated disc, a cosmic message in a bottle designed for any intelligent life that might find it. The record contains sounds of Earth. Waves crashing, birds singing, human voices in dozens of languages. It includes music, from Beethoven to Chuck Berry, and images of our planet, our people, our achievements. It even carries mathematical formulas, a universal language meant to prove our intelligence. The Golden Record was humanity's invitation to the cosmos, a bold declaration that we exist and wish to connect. But what if someone or something has finally answered? What if the structured signals detected by Voyager 1 are a response to the record, a reply to our cosmic greeting? And if so, is that reply friendly, curious, or something far more sinister? The thought is as exhilarating as it is terrifying. For decades, we've sent signals into the void, hoping for contact. Now it seems the void might be signaling back. But the story doesn't end there. In March 2025, Voyager 1 transmitted something that left scientists speechless. For exactly 4 minutes and 33 seconds, a duration eerily precise, the spacecraft sent a data burst, unlike anything in its 48-year history. At first, it appeared to be routine telemetry, the usual stream of numbers and measurements, but buried within the data was something impossible. Anomalies that didn't match Voyager 1's programming. It was as if the transmission had been altered, injected with information that wasn't supposed to be there. The data included sequences that seemed to mimic the structured signals detected earlier, as if something was echoing Voyager 1's own communication back to it. Then, without warning, the spacecraft fell silent. For the first time in decades, Voyager 1 stopped transmitting. The Deep Space Network waited, antennas straining for any sign of life. Minutes turned to hours, and the silence grew deafening. Had the spacecraft finally succumbed to age, its power depleted, or had something or someone disabled it? When the signal resumed, Voyager 1 continued as if nothing had happened. But that 4-minute gap remains a mystery, a void in the data that haunts every scientist involved. Some speculate it was a temporary power failure, a hiccup in the spacecraft's aging systems. Others aren't so sure. Could the silence have been deliberate, a moment when Voyager 1 was intercepted, scanned, or even reprogrammed? The idea sounds like science fiction, but the evidence is hard to dismiss. The altered transmission, the precise duration, the sudden silence, it all suggests something more than a random glitch. And then there's the final, gut-wrenching detail. Voyager 1's last known coordinates no longer align with its projected path. The spacecraft is no longer where it's supposed to be. Something has changed its course, and it's moving in a direction no one can explain. As scientists wrestled with these revelations, a new and even more disturbing possibility emerged. What if Voyager 1 isn't alone anymore? The data suggests a secondary gravitational disturbance trailing the spacecraft, something that wasn't there before. In the vast emptiness of interstellar space, this is almost unthinkable. Voyager 1 should be traveling through a desolate void, with nothing nearby to cause such an effect. Yet the evidence is mounting. Something is out there shadowing the probe, matching its movements. The thought is chilling. Has Voyager 1 attracted attention, like a fish drawing a predator in the deep ocean? Are the structured signals a form of communication, a warning or a lure? And if something is following Voyager 1, what does it want? Is it studying the spacecraft, curious about this strange object from a distant world? Or is it tracking the probe, using it as a guide to trace its origins back to Earth? The implications are staggering. Voyager 1 carries a map on its golden record, a pulsar-based coordinate system pointing directly to our planet. It was meant as a gesture of goodwill, a way to say, this is where we are. But what if that map has fallen into the wrong hands? What if the signals, the trajectory shift, the gravitational disturbances are signs that something has decoded the record and is now following the breadcrumbs back to us? The idea is almost too terrifying to contemplate. For decades, we've dreamed of first contact, imagining benevolent aliens or enlightened civilizations. But what if the reality is darker? What if Voyager 1 has awakened something ancient, something powerful, something that sees humanity not as equals, but as prey? NASA is now in a race against time. Voyager 1's power is fading, its nuclear battery expected to die within the next few years. Once that happens, the spacecraft will go dark, drifting silently through the cosmos, carrying its golden record into eternity. But if something is out there, if something has noticed Voyager 1, then its silence may not be the end of the story. The signals it has detected, the trajectory it has taken, the disturbances it has encountered, all suggest that humanity may have just crossed a cosmic threshold. We've spent centuries searching for life in the universe, sending probes, broadcasting signals, scanning the stars. Now it seems the universe has found us first. And the most terrifying question of all is this: what happens next? Imagine the scene, a control room filled with scientists, their faces illuminated by glowing screens, their voices hushed as they pore over Voyager 1's latest data. The air is thick with tension, every beep from the Deep Space Network a reminder of the stakes. Outside, the world is unaware, going about its daily routines, work, school, life as usual. But in that room, the future of humanity hangs in the balance. The signals keep coming, faint but persistent, each one a puzzle piece in a cosmic mystery. The trajectory shift grows more pronounced, the gravitational disturbances more frequent. And somewhere, billions of miles away, Voyager 1 drifts through the dark, a tiny speck of human ingenuity caught in the gaze of something unimaginable. Theories abound, each more shocking than the last. Some believe Voyager 1 has encountered a dark matter object, a mysterious substance that makes up a quarter of the universe, but remains invisible to our instruments. Others propose a primordial black hole, a relic of the Big Bang, with the power to warp space itself. A few daring souls whisper about artificial structures, megastructures, built by a civilization so advanced it defies comprehension. Dyson spheres, wormhole generators, interstellar beacons, the possibilities are as endless as they are terrifying. But one theory stands out, one that sends chills down the spine of every scientist who hears it. What if Voyager 1 has entered a restricted zone, a region of space controlled by an intelligence that doesn't take kindly to intruders? What if the signals are a warning, a demand to leave? And what if Voyager 1's presence has triggered a response, one that's now headed our way? The emotional weight of this discovery is impossible to overstate. Voyager 1 is more than a machine. It's a symbol of human curiosity, a testament to our desire to explore, to understand, to connect. It carries our voices, our music, our dreams, etched into a golden disk meant to outlast us all. For 48 years, it has been our eyes and ears in the cosmos, a lonely traveler bearing witness to the wonders of the universe. Now it may have become something else, a harbinger, a warning, a beacon that has drawn the attention of something we're not ready to face. The thought is both humbling and horrifying. We've always assumed we'd be the ones to initiate first contact, to choose when and how we reveal ourselves to the universe. But Voyager 1 may have taken that choice out of our hands. As the signals continue, the world begins to take notice. Social media erupts with speculation, hashtags trending with words like number one Voyager 1, number one aliens, number one first contact. Conspiracy theorists claim it's proof of a government cover-up, that NASA has known about extraterrestrial life for years and is only now being forced to admit it. Religious leaders weigh in, some calling it a sign of divine intervention, others a warning of cosmic judgment. Meanwhile, scientists remain cautious, urging calm while privately wrestling with the implications. The truth is, no one knows what's happening. The data is incomplete, the signals ambiguous, the trajectory shift unexplained. But one thing is certain. Voyager 1 has uncovered something that changes everything. It has proven what everyone has ignored, that the universe is not an empty void, but a place teeming with mysteries, forces, and perhaps intelligences we can't yet comprehend. The clock is ticking. Voyager 1's power dwindles with every passing day, its signals growing weaker, its instruments failing one by one. Soon, it will fall silent, leaving us with more questions than answers. But the legacy of this discovery will endure. It will force us to confront our place in the cosmos, to ask whether we're ready to face what lies beyond. Are we prepared for the possibility that we're not alone? Can we handle the truth, whatever it may be? And if something is following Voyager 1, if something has decoded its golden record and is tracing its path back to Earth, what will we do when it arrives? Will we greet it with open arms, or will we face a reckoning unlike anything in human history? For now, Voyager 1 continues its journey, a tiny speck of light in the infinite dark. Its signals still reach us, faint but persistent, each one a reminder of the unknown. It has turned back, defying the laws of physics, challenging our assumptions, and proving that the universe is far stranger, far more alive than we ever dared to imagine. And as we listen to its whispers from the edge of eternity, one question burns brighter than all others. What has Voyager 1 found? And what will it lead back to us? The answer, whatever it is, will redefine humanity's future. Because out there, in the vast, uncharted void, something is watching. Something is waiting. And thanks to Voyager 1, it knows exactly where we are.